Hey superstars, it's your girl Malika, aka Miss Magic, back with another video. Today we are making these delicious fall off the bone teriyaki ribs. Yes, I said fall off the bone. But first, if you are new here, welcome to my channel. Thank you for coming. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me on the road to 1,000 and hit that notification bell so you can be alerted when I do post another video, and give me a big thumbs up. Alright, let's get straight into this video. For this video, I have some pork loin back ribs, and for my ingredients, I have some ginger, garlic, honey, cilantro leaves, soy sauce, hoisin sauce, a dab of oyster sauce, sesame seed oil, sesame seed seeds, and an Asian seasoning for my rub, also crushed red pepper. All right, we're going to get straight on into this by washing our ribs. We want to wash them real good, so I'll just open the pack up, take the ribs out, and wash them real good. I'm just making sure I'm cleaning the sink out as I wash them. Now we're going to go ahead and take that piece of fat off that piece of hard silver sliver off the back. I just pull, get a good grip, and then just pull it all the way off. It usually comes off super easy once you get a good grip on it. So make sure you pull all of that sliver off, and this just helps the ribs stay nice and tender once cooking. And then go ahead and throw that away. Then once we do that, we're going to go ahead and start with seasoning our ribs. We can rinse it off a little bit more after that. Now you're going to pat your ribs down with a paper towel to make sure they're nice and dry before you start the seasoning. And I'm just going to pat the front and pat the back. Make sure it is nice and dry. Now you can rub your ribs down with the oil, olive oil, any kind of oil that you like. I'm going to use this Kiko Man seasoning oil, which already has a little seasoning in it. So I'm just going to go ahead and rub the front part and then rub the back before I actually put my rub on. Now you can use any Asian rub that you want, or you can use any spices that you want. Because basically the teriyaki sauce is what matters. That's what's going to make it taste like teriyaki. But I do have a Asian seasoning rub that I'm going to use, and I'm going to press it in, not rub it in. I'm going to, it's easier if you press it in, and the seasonings will stay on the meat. I only do the top part. I do not do the back part because I just feel like that is way too much seasoning. We don't need that much. The sauce is what's going to do the job. So once I do that, get it all nice and pressed in, I am going to take 2 pieces of aluminum foil, as you'll see in just a second. All right, here you'll grab an aluminum pan, and this is what I'm talking about. You get your pieces of aluminum foil. So you need 2 long pieces of aluminum foil, a little bit longer than the rib. Go ahead and put 1 down and then 2, and kind of place it just how I have it, one on top of each other, layered but not totally layered. And go ahead and layer your, not layer, but go ahead and put your pork rib on top, and then we're going to fold just like I'm folding your aluminum. This is important, guys, because this is what seals in the moisture, and this is what's going to give you your fall off the bone ribs. So see how I'm folding that? Then go ahead and tuck your ends in, fold it down, and do the same thing to the other side, and make sure it is nice and tight. This is important because this is what's going to give you your tender fall off the bone ribs. All right, now we're going to place them in a 350-degree preheated oven as such, and we are going to leave these ribs alone for an hour and a half on 350. While we do this, we'll go ahead and make our delicious teriyaki sauce. All right, guys, let's get straight into this sauce. We're going to do 1/4 cup of soy. Next is 1/4 cup of honey. Somebody told me to spray some cooking oil into the spoon before you put the honey in, and that just did not work at all. So, but go ahead, put 1/4 cup of honey. I did half and half, so I put a little bit in, then I put it in, then I put another in, as you'll see. Next, we'll go in with 3 tablespoons after the honey, 3 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. Next is 2 tablespoons of hoisin sauce. This is very important because this is what's going to give it a great taste and its great color. All right, now we're going to go in with 1 teaspoon of ginger. I'm freestyling, y'all. When it comes to spices, I just kind of freestyle. So we have our 1 tablespoon of ginger. Next, I'm using a tablespoon of sesame seed oil, and this gives it a great color. This helps with the color as well. Now I'm going to turn on the fire. I really don't turn on the fire until I get that honey in there because I didn't want it to start, caramelizing without all of the seasonings in. So now we're going to go in with our garlic. You can use fresh, but I usually use the jar because it's easier. But go ahead and use fresh. I put in 3 tablespoons of that. Now I'm going in with the rest of my seasonings. We got some red pepper flakes, red chili pepper flakes, and that's going to give it just a tad bit of bite. Now we're going to bring our sauce to a roaring boil. You want it to boil because we are definitely boiling it down. We're rendering the sauce because this is where we get our sticky sauce at. So we want to go ahead and boil that, but you must stir in between. Don't just let it boil without stirring like I'm doing right here, but that's okay. It's going to work out. Keep on stirring that sauce until it gets nice and sticky. It doesn't have to be super, super thick, but you want it a little bit thicker than that. So go ahead and keep it boiling until you render down your sauce. All right, so this is where you about want your sauce to be. Now that it is nice and caramelized and nice and sticky, we are ready to apply it to our ribs that have been cooking for an hour and a half. So go ahead, pull your ribs out, get your gloves, don't just grab it. So now we're going to pull out our ribs and we are going to put our sauce on. So now you're going to just carefully unwrap the foil. Don't tear it because you still need the foil, guys. Go ahead and put your oven on 400 degrees right now because that is the next level. As you see, the ribs are already starting to pull away from the bone. They're not ready yet. So go ahead and baste it with our nice sticky sauce. Put it all on top and put it all on the sides. You do not have to put it on the bottom because it is going to go ahead and adhere to that while it's baking in the oven. Once again, put your oven on 400 degrees while you're basting. All right, so now we're going to put our foil around our aluminum pan and we're going to put it back into our 400 degree oven for 30 more minutes. After 30 minutes are up, our ribs are done. As you see, they are all pulling back. The bones are pulling back away from the meat, and that will tell you that they are done, they are tender, and they are ready to go. So go ahead and put the rest of your sauce all on your ribs, and then you're going to let them sit for about 15-20 minutes if you can. Sorry, I could not. I wanted to get straight to those ribs. For some reason, I can't help it. I just have to have them straight out the oven. So let's go ahead and cut with our knife. As you see, it cuts like butter. You literally could have used a fork or a spoon and cut it like butter. But we are going to go ahead and cut our ribs. Once again, I was trying to wait so they wouldn't be so hot, but they look at them. Look at the ribs. Look at them. See how one bone just popped out. I mean, it came straight away from the bone. So I'm going to show you, if you pull them over and turn it over into the sauce, it's probably easier to cut because you can see where the bone is at. But I couldn't even wait, guys. Let's get into these ribs. Let's get into how good they taste. So I'm going to cut a little piece for you guys right here. I'm going to pull that meat off that bone. It just slides off like butter. As you see, just peel it off. It comes straight away from the bone, just like that. Just like that. So, yeah, I ate a rib before dinner. But once again, for my family, I paired it with mashed potatoes, greens, and I think we had some cornbread. I didn't get a chance to show the cornbread. But when I say we devoured these ribs, we devoured them. All right, guys, I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for me. I am on the road to 1,000. Give me a big thumbs up if you like this video and hit the notification bell so you can be alerted when I do post another video. I hope to see you guys in my past, present, and future. Oh my God, I got so many future videos for you guys. I can't wait for you to see what I have in store for you guys. Thank you. I love you guys. Thank you. Bye.